another live video. Peace reflections. Let me bring this closer. Okay, cool. Peace reflections. We're back here another live video. You feel me? This live will be getting uploaded to my YouTube channel probably sometime tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get into it. I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving a huge shout out to the Most High in general for giving me these amazing downloads, dropping this amazing good information on me, you feel me, no cap, etc. I'm also giving a huge shout out to myself as well for wanting to receive this good information and give out this good information as well. I'm also giving a huge shout out to everyone and to y'all. Y'all literally take energy out of y'all's day to come rock with me, showing love and support, you feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much more to love always deeply. I'm also sending good positive energy, good positive protection, good positive feeling, and good positive energy towards everyone always deeply. If you want to do a one-on-one consultation with me, I am still doing one-on-one consultations. Just DM me on my Instagram at HumbleAli 2 times. I'm going to say that one more time. Just DM me on my Instagram at HumbleAli 2 times. Let's go ahead and get ready into the video. If you be disciplined, so look, right? If you are disciplined for 30 days, your life will change, right? Listen, bro. Days aren't real, right? But we're going to use days as an example, right? If you just go 30 days, bro. Go 30 days and be disciplined, right? That could be going to bed earlier. That could be getting up earlier. That could be not drinking, not smoking. That could be, 30 days semen retention, right? Just for 30 days, just really focus on yourself. Really discipline yourself. Really challenge yourself. Positively, though, right? And the thing is, what the 30-day rule is, right? Excuse me. When you do something for a long period of time, your brain, your consciousness, your body, it starts to get in a rhythm. What I mean by a rhythm is you start to get more in a flow with it, right? You start to get more used to it. It's kind of like boxing in a way. Once you take so many hits, you kind of get used to the hits, right? You still in the ring, right? You see what I'm saying? The rookie you took one hit, you know what I'm saying? But you done been in the ring a few times now. So you kind of like, you used to the like some of the punches. You see what I'm saying? You still hanging on in the ring. You still in the ring. You see what I'm saying? So that might not have been the best example, right? But look though, right? So for 30 days, try to be a lot more disciplined. Stay more focused. And not just for 30 days. I recommend you to try to do 30 days. But really, what I also recommend, is working on yourself every day. Rather if it's for 30 days, like, no, we should be working on ourselves. We should be working on ourselves every single day. You see what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, if you go 30 days and you go hard, right? For those 30 days, right? What will happen is your body, your mind will start to get used to doing these things. Right? And since you are getting used to doing these things, what's going to happen? You're going to, like I said, you're going to start to be in a more flow state. It's going to start to feel more natural. That don't mean that it's going to be easy all the time. No, but you're going to be more used to it. You're going to be in a more flow of a rhythm with it. You see what I'm saying? Right? Now, with discipline, why is discipline so important? Right? Because discipline, it challenges you. You challenge yourself. Right? It's late. You was supposed to been work out, but you didn't. It's late. You gonna still hit that workout, or you gonna not hit that workout? You see what I'm saying? It's the discipline in you that's like, you know what? I'm gonna still hit that workout because I said I was gonna work out today, and I gotta put this work in. You see what I'm saying? I gotta put this work in. I gotta keep getting better. I gotta keep leveling up. You see what I'm saying? I can't just stop here and just, oh, I'm just gonna stay here. Nah, we gotta keep building. We gotta keep elevating. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep ascending. We gotta keep arising. Right? I'm not saying don't be appreciative of where you at. No. We need to be appreciative. We need to be grateful. But like Kobe said, shout out Kobe, job not finished, bro. We still got more on the plate. We still got more things to do. We still got more to accomplish. This isn't the end of you. You see what I'm saying? You keep coming back here. You keep rising up every day coming back here. Job not complete. Purpose not complete yet. You see what I'm saying, bro? Discipline is very important because it challenges you. You challenge yourself. Dang, how much do I want this? I don't feel like doing it. It's late. I'd rather be chilling right now. Or am I gonna still get this done? That's the thing. You gotta train your mind, bro. Stop letting your mind train you. Train your mind. The mind ain't in control of you. You in control of the mind. The mind is functioning because of you. Stop letting the mind control you. Stop letting these thoughts control you. The thoughts are only able to exist because of you, etc. And like we've already discussed, every thought is not even your thought. You see what I'm saying? Every thought is not even your thought. We are electrical beings. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? We are electrical beings. We naturally can send thoughts. Excuse me. We can naturally send thoughts to one another. Right? This is why you can sit here and think about somebody and then they FaceTime you or text you. Because that's a form of telepathy. That's a form of sending energy waves. Right? That can be a form of sending energy waves. Right? Discipline is very important. Discipline is very imperative. But you don't even have to call it discipline. You can just say, I'm focusing on myself. You don't have to call it discipline. Right? You see what I'm saying? Discipline. What discipline is that determination. Discipline is focus. Discipline is I'm gonna do it whether if I feel like it or not. Discipline is like you tapping into that fire of your soul more, cause your soul got a spark. If you got a soul, your soul has a spark to it. That fire in you. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of similar to the candle, right? The candle in a way. The candle has that spark in it, right? The candle has that spark in it. You see what I'm saying? You gotta tap into that fire more, that fire. A lot of people tap into that fire, especially a lot of people who are athletes. Rather if they even are fully consciously aware of it or not. A lot of people who work out do, etc. That fire. You see what I'm saying? What's good? I finally caught a live. What's up, Law? What's up? Appreciate everybody being up in here. Appreciate the likes. So look, right? 30 days. Be disciplined. And even after those 30 days, continue to be disciplined. Be disciplined. Try to be disciplined for the rest of your life. I recommend that. Let me rephrase that. I take that back. Let me rephrase. I recommend you to try to be disciplined in your life more than just 30 days. You see what I'm saying? But you can start with 30 days. And then you could be like, you know what? I'm going to do another 30 days. Or I'm going to do another 10 days. Matter of fact, you don't even got to count the days. You can just be like this, right? I think I had heard Kyrie say this a long time ago. Shout out Kyrie Irving, by the way. He said he was like doing Ramadan. And I think he had said something like, I'm taking it day by day. Like, I'm focusing on this day. Like, just one day at a time, basically. I think he might have been saying. I heard somebody say that. Something like that. Somebody said something like that. Right? Okay, cool. We back on here. Okay, cool. We back on here. We back. Okay, cool. They restarted the time, though. Anyways, so look, right, with discipline, right? The thing is, discipline is important. It's very essential, bro. And the thing is that you should not be letting your mind control you. You should not be letting your body control you. You should not be letting your emotions control you. Let's talk about emotions. Every is similar with your thoughts, bro. Every emotion that you are having is not actually your emotion. Let me go deeper. Every thought that you are having is not actually your thought. So if you're giving a lot of energy to a thought that isn't your thought, now you are shifting and changing your vibration. So now you're changing your feeling. So now you're feeling some way that you don't even truly feel for real, maybe so, because the reason why you started feeling that way was because of a thought, but that thought isn't even truly your thought. So if that thought isn't even truly your thought, then what you may be feeling might not even really be your real emotion. You see what I'm saying? It gets deep. It gets even deeper than that. Right? You see what I'm saying? Study people who are living similar lifestyles that you want to live. I'm not saying be a copy and paste person. No. Study these individuals. What do they dress? How do they talk in interviews? Right? What decisions are they making? How do they handle themselves in the public? How do they handle themselves when people try to talk down on them, etc. Right? Move accordingly. Right? Structure. Structure. Have things planned out. Structure. And what I mean by having it planned out is you don't have to write it on a sheet of paper. You don't have to write it on a whiteboard or a chalkboard. You can, or you can do it on your notes on your phone. Get you a paper notes. You can do that. That's fine. Or you can just do it in your head, right? I do a lot of my stuff in my head, right? Now, structure, structure, right? You want structure, right? You want good positive balance, right? You want to be very in tune and you want to be very focused on the present moment, right? You want to be very in tune and very focused on the present moment. A lot of times, like people feel like their life isn't changing for the better, is because you aren't making the better decisions to change for the better. I'm gonna repeat that. The reason why a lot of people think that their life isn't getting better is because you are not making the better decisions for your life to become and get better. Right? Sacrifice is necessary. What I mean by sacrifice is necessary is that sacrifice is a part of life, right? If you told yourself that you was gonna work out today, but you don't feel like doing it, and you still work out, you sacrifice. You did a sacrifice because you didn't feel like it, but you still did it anyway because you know you trying to put this you putting this work in. You keeping the physique looking chiseled and looking correctly, looking right. You see what I'm saying? Sacrifice is necessary in some cases, right? And what I want you to understand and overstand is that the days, the 30 days, weeks, months, it's not real. It's man-made, bro. Right? If you want to see more attention or, or whatever, you don't have to count your days. Another thing, too, why you might not want to count your days is because you might count your days and then you might start to get in your ego incorrectly. Like, oh, well, I've been on semen retention for 90 days, 95 days straight. So let me go hook up with this low vibrational woman. Let me go hook up with this low vibrational man and go get my rocks off. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to be on semen retention your whole life. No. But what I'm saying is when you are counting your days, you might start to get too comfortable, right? You might reward yourself incorrectly is what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't reward yourself for going a long time without releasing. I'm not saying don't reward yourself. Yes, reward yourself. But I recommend you to reward yourself properly, correctly. It's a difference. It's a big difference. You see what I'm saying? Correctly though. Right? You feel me? So everybody is successful. Stop thinking that you aren't successful just because you don't have a certain amount of money or a bunch of women or a bunch of men or materialistic things or, or you don't feel like you're popular or whatever. Everybody is successful, right? But you might be asking yourself, how do I become more successful? I'm seeing all these people live a similar lifestyle that I want to live. How do I obtain more of what it is that I want? You have to, I have to, we have to be on the same frequency as the things that we want. In other words, we have to level up tremendously. Yes, you're doing a good job. Yes, you're giving it a lot of energy. Yes, you're going hard. Yes, you should be appreciative and be, congratulating yourself. But bro, we got a lot more in the tank. You got a lot more that needs to get done. I got a lot more that needs to get done. We have a lot more that needs to get done. Don't get too comfortable. That goes for myself as well. Do not get too comfortable. Right? It's more things that need to be done. We got to get back to the lab. There's more things in the lab that need to get done. Be grateful for what you've accomplished, etc. But job not finished, bro. We got other things to achieve. We got to continue to keep leveling up. Right? Why I don't feel successful? Because you at the same level you've been at for a long time. You're not leveling up. You unleveling up. You decreasing. You're not increasing. You're decreasing. But yet you wonder why you feel like you are not successful enough. Another way to become more successful is literally basically what we've already just discussed and talked about. Matching the frequency. And by matching the frequency, you have to level up and become a greater version of yourself, a better version of yourself. etc. Doing the due diligence, doing the due diligencies, doing what is necessary, doing what you need to do. But I mean that, and I recommend that in positive ways, respectfully, all due respect. And the thing is that with discipline, when you're being disciplined, you are naturally going to become attractive to a lot of individuals. A lot of individuals may become very attracted to you, whether you want the attention or not. Why? Because people can feel the energy of somebody who's really focused, locked in, right? People can feel that energy. Oh, this person's really focused, right? This person is focused. This person is focused, right? I'm young myself, or whatever you want to call it. I love me some women, but I need to stay focused as well. You need to stay focused as well. We need to stay focused as well. Because when you're truly on your purpose, the women come, the men come, the money come, etc. Right? The more you pour into your own cup, the more you pour into your own bottle, the more people start to pour into you. The more people start to get attracted to you. The more open opportunities and the more doors that open up to you. So if you're trying to figure out why it feels like it's hard for you to open certain doors, because right now where you're at, the level that you're at right now, you might not be meant to open those doors right now. Now, it doesn't mean that you may not ever be able to open these doors, but you may need to level up a lot more. In other words, you need to work on and focus on yourself more before trying to unlock these doors. It's like I've said multiple times, y'all. Life is like a video game, bro. You can't unlock level 50 if you haven't even unlocked level 10. You see what I'm saying? Right? You're trying to figure out why this woman or this man isn't giving you the time of the day. Whole time, physically, you might be their type. But are you meeting their standards? They might meet your standards, but are you meeting their standards? Right? They drive their own car. You don't drive your own car. Right? You see what I'm saying? They like to go out a lot and eat. You don't even work a job. You're not making consistent money. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying put people on a pedestal. No, that's not what I'm saying. But you got to be real with yourself. You could like a woman, you could like a man, but at the end of the day, if you aren't, it's levels to life, bro, is what I'm saying. If you haven't leveled up enough, it might not work out how you want it to work out. In other words, it might not go in your favor. You see what I'm saying? It's like a sixth grader trying to be the NBA Hall of Famer. It's not that the sixth grader can't beat the NBA Hall of Famer, but it hasn't leveled up enough yet to beat the Hall of Famer in a one-on-one basketball game. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You feel me? So you could like this woman, you could like this man. They might find you attractive as well, but if you aren't able to meet some of their standards right now, they might just brush you off, or they might not even really give you the time of the day. Stop taking things personal. This goes for myself as well. You shouldn't be taking things personal, right? You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we'll do this. We're like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to focus on myself because this girl broke my heart, or this dude broke my heart. First of all, get that out your head. I recommend you to get that out your whole body, your whole soul, etc. Nobody can break your heart. See how social media has brainwashed the communities, etc. Nobody can break your heart. What is that? How can you break somebody's heart? No, nobody breaks anybody's heart. You experience things. You may be in some type of trauma or some type of hurt. You may be healing, etc., but your heart isn't broken. I recommend you to get out of that type of energy. And then what a lot of people will do is, yeah, you leveled up, but did you level up correctly though? Did you truly level up correctly? You see what I'm saying? Did you truly level up correctly? Because you can level up. Yeah, bro, I got in the gym because, this girl broke my heart, or, this guy broke my heart. Yeah, your physique looks a lot better. But who are you doing it for? You're doing it for them. You're not doing it for yourself. That's the difference, bro. You should be improving and leveling yourself up for you. I'm not saying you can't want to level yourself up to, maybe like, attract people to you. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is your percentage should be a lot higher for I'm doing this for myself than doing it for other people. If you are going to do it that route, right? It should be a lot higher. You see what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you. I'm not saying put people on the pedestal. No, I don't recommend that. But what I do recommend is being real with yourself, bro. Yeah, you could be her or his type, but at the end of the day, it's levels to this, bro. Are you at certain levels to where you can really take this woman out, or you can really take this man out, or you can, you see what I'm saying? It's the vibration. Let me go deeper. It's the vibration. It's the energy. Are y'all vibrations matching or very similar? If the answer is no, how is this gonna work right now? You see what I'm saying? Gotta be real with yourself. Because when you real with yourself, you helping yourself, you bettering yourself. It may not feel like it. It may feel like you being real hard on yourself, which you might, but you're actually helping yourself when you're being real with yourself. Why? And I mean this positively. I don't mean this negatively, because when you're being real with yourself, you're in that acceptance energy. You're understanding like, okay, I might have been wrong on this. You're understanding that, okay, I'm not ready for this yet. I will be ready for this, but I'm gonna be real with myself. I'm not ready for this now. You're being smart. You're being wise. You're using your IQ. You're using your perception skills correctly. You know that you can achieve this, but you know right now I can't achieve it right now, but I know I can achieve it, just not right now. I haven't done enough reps yet. I haven't put in enough. I haven't leveled up enough yet. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? I'm not saying that you still can't shoot your shot at a woman or a man, because no, I'm not saying you can't shoot your shot, but I'm just saying it's important to be real with yourself. This person might not respond back to your text. You talking to this person in person, they might not give you an Instagram, or if they do, they might ghost you, etc. They might not give you the number. I'm just being real with you. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm being real with you, because it's levels to this, bro. Like I said, a woman could like you, a man could like you, but if you don't reach certain standards that they want you to meet, vice versa, it might not work out, bro. And that's just the honest truth. It might not work out how y'all want it to work out. It's gonna work out, but it's gonna work out how it's meant to work out. It might not work out how you want it to work out, or how they want it to work out, or how y'all want it to work out. You see what I'm saying? You're like in RPG. We both said it at the same time. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing, bro. Like, frequency is real. Everything is frequency. Everything is vibration, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, somebody in the comments literally just said that we said the same word at the same time. Vibration, energy. This is a real thing, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, why you think people are being in a car, or you chilling with your friend or whatever, you singing a song in your head, and right after that, your friend starts singing a song verbally out loud. Telepathy, bro. Energy. Energy matching. Energy matching. Energy frequency matching is a real thing. You feel me? It's a very real thing. Appreciate the like. Appreciate everybody that joined. Appreciate the person that's in here. You see what I'm saying? So, and I've said this before, and I'm gonna recommend it again. And I'm gonna probably, I might make a video coming soon decoding Solo Leveling. I definitely recommend y'all to watch Solo Leveling. If you have watched it already, I recommend you to rewatch it again. It's one of my favorite animes. I might do a video soon decoding and breaking down a lot of information. Actually, what I might do for Solo Leveling, because with Solo Leveling, I can break it down spiritually, I can break it down self-improvement wise, I can break it down in a lot of different fonts. So what I might do with Solo Leveling is, if I excuse me, if I do make some videos, if I do make a video on Solo Leveling, I might make multiple parts. Like, if y'all don't know, Avatar, favorite movie / documentary of all time. With with Avatar, what I did with Avatar is I did multiple parts of it, and a lot of y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as well. So I might do something similar like that with Solo Leveling. I might do multiple parts of Solo Leveling, because there's so many different fonts about Solo Leveling. It's more than just him leveling up. Solo Leveling is very spiritual, etc. To talk about magic, all type of stuff, right? So soon I might do multiple videos, and I might do a video, and I might do parts later on of like decoding information about Solo Leveling. But yes, I definitely recommend you to watch or rewatch Solo Leveling, right? Solo Leveling is a very good prime example of what happens when you level up more. when you don't give up, etc. But I'm not even gonna get too deep into it because, like I said, I might make some videos, or I might make a video, or I might make multiple parts decoding and breaking down a lot of good information about solo leveling. But yeah, you feel me? Usually with these lives, I try to stay on here for at least 30 minutes. But my first live got, well, this is still the same live, but they restarted the time or whatever. So I don't know like my original time, because when I got back on here, it whatchamacallit. So yeah. Speaking of energy, I've been feeling a little. He's in trouble, but is in one piece. I ain't gonna lie, like I don't know what you fully mean by that, but I'm glad you like reconnected with your little bro, or I'm glad you like, you feel me. But yeah, like I'm not trying to be mean or nothing. I just don't quite fully grasp what you're saying. That's why I like read it over multiple times. But yeah though, man, you know, life is serious, bro. Life is very serious. I'm not. I know I make a lot of very serious videos, and a lot of my videos I'm not really smiling or anything like that, right? But you know, the stuff that we talk about, it's very serious, bro. A lot of the stuff that we talk about, is very serious, and you know, life is very serious. Your life is very serious. You know, one day you're gonna leave here, bro. One day you're either gonna die or transcend, and I'm not recommending y'all to take your life serious all the time. No, 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 no. Balance, bro. Balance. I recommend that. I recommend balance positively. But you know, in some cases, in a lot of cases, it is important to, you know, really be serious and just really focus up. You know what I'm saying? For real. Um, you know, and the stuff that we talk about is very serious, right? Now I could make it more like entertainment and stuff like that, but I try to like I be trying to like just really tell y'all the information and like, you know, stuff like that. You feel me? Like my videos aren't really, I'm not gonna say my videos aren't entertaining. My videos are entertaining, but it's for like a certain group of people, really. You know, well, I'm not gonna say a certain group of people. I don't mean that in no negative way either. It's just a lot of people won't and are not gonna watch my videos, which is fine. Which is fine. But you have to like be on a certain vibration to even watch my videos or to watch my lives, right? Cause if not, you might think it's boring, you might think it sounds crazy, right? You know, and that's fine, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, discipline, like I said, bro, you don't have to call it discipline, right? You could just say you're working on yourself, you're focusing on yourself. You don't have to like get real deep with certain words like discipline or, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Because it's a trend now to like talk about discipline. Not gonna lie, it's a trend to work out now. It's a trend to do content. It's a trend to you know, be a part of the spiritual community, right? And the whole like spiritual community thing, right? With the spiritual community, I made a YouTube video talking about the spiritual community a while ago. With the spiritual community, a lot of people are trying to, not everybody, but a lot of people are trying to turn it into a religion. Like, it's not a religion, bro. You see what I'm saying? You can make it a religion if you want to, but originally it's not a religion, right? Everybody is spiritual. A lot of people think that somebody isn't spiritual just because they don't meditate or they eat meat or, you know, they're still in a religion. Like, no, bro. Everybody is spiritual. One of the main reasons why everybody is spiritual is because everybody is created from the universe, from God, Allah, Yahweh, El, the Most High Source, Yahweh, whatever name you would like to call it. I say that with respect, right? So, you know, once you are created, you are naturally spiritual. You don't have to call yourself spiritual. You don't have to think that you're spiritual. You don't have to, excuse me, you don't have to accept that you're spiritual, etc. But genetically speaking, spiritually speaking, at the end of the day, everybody is spiritual in some type of way. Everybody is spiritual. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people have tried to turn spirituality into a religion. Like, oh, you're not spiritual if you don't meditate, or how you spiritual but you still wear makeup, or how you spiritual and you still eat meat, or how you spiritual and you don't work out. Like, no, bro. Everybody, if you truly if you truly get the meanings and the essences of being spiritual, then you'll know that everything is spiritual. Even people who are atheists, they're still spiritual, whether they realize it or not. Even if you're in a religion, not in a religion, no matter what the case is, everybody is spiritual. That's a genetic thing. That's a spiritual thing. You see what I'm saying? That's just the honest truth. You know what I'm saying? So, like for myself, for example, I work out, meditate, yoga, etc., stretch. But even if I didn't do those things, I'd still be spiritual, regardless. You see what I'm saying? These aren't things that you have to do. These are things that, I've recommended. A lot of other people have recommended as well. These are very good things to do. But you don't have to do these things, bro. You don't, we shouldn't feel obligated and forced to meditate, or or to fast, or like, no, it's your life. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality originally is not no religion. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people are trying to turn it into a religion, because the thing is, with spirituality or the spiritual community, right? You don't even have to call it the spiritual community, because everything is spiritual. So you can just call it life, to be honest. But the thing is with the spiritual community is, a lot of people in the spiritual community, they're very high in their egos as well. A lot of them are high within themselves, on their higher self, but a lot of them are also very high with their ego as well, incorrectly. And sometimes when people start to tap into more information, some people start to get cocky, egotistical, narcissists, right? Because if you notice, a lot of spiritual people, a lot of the spiritual community, a lot of people in the spiritual community are narcissists. Why? Because one of the reasons why might be because they're tapping into so much information. They start to get in their ego a lot, and they start to think, oh, I'm above her, I'm above him, I know this, I know that, I meditated for 3 hours straight. You don't even meditate for 15 minutes. It's ego. That's why it's important and it's imperative to go at your own pace with life. And that's why it's important and it's imperative with spirituality, spiritual community. It's important to go at your own pace. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to try to tap into all this insight and all this esoteric information in one day, or a week, or a year, or a decade. Like, it's infinite amount of information. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to try to, you feel me? Because you're not gonna, no matter how long you live, you're never gonna truly fully know all the answers to everything. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much meditating you do, no matter how much studying, researching, tapping in you do, etc. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not throwing shots at nobody. No. I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? It's the honest truth, right? You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they're tapping into so much information, they start to get no ego. They start to feel like they are better than the people that are around them. In reality, no, that's very incorrect. You're not better than the people around you, nor are they. It's just y'all are on different frequencies. To sum it up in a more clear way, y'all are on different frequencies. You see what I'm saying? But you can know a lot of information and still vibrate low, right? And that's facts. You see what I'm saying? Because you can know a lot of information, but what vibration are you on? What energy are you channeling? You see what I'm saying? Etc. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna read this comment real quick, because I am about to hop off here in a minute. I'm gonna stay on here for a couple more minutes, at least for 30 minutes, even though overall I've been on here for over 30 minutes, but my live, I got paused or whatever, so we're gonna stay on this live for at least 30 minutes. Because when I go live, I try to be on here for at least 30 minutes. Also, if y'all were wondering, like, I know this is gonna get uploaded to my YouTube channel. If y'all were wondering, like, am I a streamer? No, I am not a streamer. I do upload YouTube videos, I upload clips, upload videos, but no, I am not a streamer. Sometimes I come on here and I go live. Sometimes I may come on here a lot and go live. But no matter how many times I may go live, etc., I'm not a streamer, though. I don't got nothing against streamers, but that's not something that I am. I am not a streamer. But I do come on here and go live on YouTube. Sometimes I do. All right? Somebody, so Law said he's been illegally fighting a lie for the past 3 years, and the sheriff sent and lock him up at least out to me since to help guide him out of his situation. Okay, so what I would say is like if you okay, so I'm gonna break some of this down and then I'm gonna hop out this live. But before I hop off this live, I'm gonna break some of this down. So look, right, I don't know the full situation. But look, what I will say is that, you know, everything is energy. So I don't know how close you are to this individual or what you guys' relationship are, and you know that's between y'all. But what I will say, respectfully, but what I will say is that you said that this person has been lied upon, right? If that is true, you could try to bail if that's what you want to do, right? But if you are going to bail and if you are able to bail, if they'll let you like bail, 'cause I know some cases they won't even let certain people bail with it, just depending on what it is or whatever, right? But if you are able to bail, and if you're thinking about bailing, you might want to really think on this before just immediately doing this. Is this somebody who like y'all are really cool, right? Or is this somebody where you feel called to do this? Like you feel like they're just like just you feel me trying to really reach you and trying to like you know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference between somebody who we cool, we like family, and then it's somebody who's like we kind of cool, but I'm really just using you. Not I don't really rock with you for real. You see what I'm saying? So if this is somebody who y'all really cool and you know y'all rock with each other, right? And if this is what you want to do, if you want to bail them out, then you can. But what I will say is that if you're gonna bail this person out, I recommend you to really think on your decision before just making it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, people change in jail and people change outside of jail. What I mean by this is that people change, rather they're in jail, rather they're not in jail. People change. So you know, like I said, if you guys are very, very cool with each other, then you know you can if you want. And if you're not able to bail, right? Because you know maybe you might not have the finances, or maybe they won't let you bail the jail. Or, I mean the prison or whatever. Not saying that you don't have the money. I'm just saying like I'm just being real, not trying to be mean, not like that. Um, but if they're not letting you bail or whatever, then like maybe try to get a lawyer or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something like that. But like I said though, bro, it's the difference between somebody who people are really cool with one another, and then there's a difference between you know I'm using this person, like I'm cool with this person for real, but they're actually trying to use me. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to know the difference. You know. Another thing I would say too is that everything happens how it's supposed to happen. Everything is what is meant, and what isn't meant isn't meant. And you know, another thing is too, right, is that if this another thing is too, right, I'm gonna talk about this too, right? Magic is real, right? So if somebody is just if you constantly feel like somebody is just like trying to like attract you in their life, or they're just trying to like get your attention, this could be a good thing, or it could be a bad thing, or it could be a mixture of both. I'm gonna go deeper. Not trying to scare nobody, nothing like that. Not trying to hurt nobody's feelings or nothing like that. But when somebody is constantly, when you feel like somebody is constantly like, cause you said something about you said his energy's been reaching out to you to help guide him out the situation, right? So yes, this person might be calling upon your energy or trying to call upon your energy. Um, so they might be doing that in a positive way or a negative way, or they might be doing it both in both ways. What I will say is that I recommend you to know talk to God, Allah, whatever you would like to call it. I'd recommend you to ask it for maybe a sign or some type of guidance. And if you are gonna ask it for a sign, I'm gonna talk about this too before I hop off here. With signs, right? When you're asking the universe for signs, um, I recommend you to be mindful when you're asking God for signs, because when God's giving us signs, you may receive a sign that you may not want to receive, right? But that sign may help you with what you was wanting help with. But yeah, hopefully I helped you with that somewhat. Maybe I helped you a little bit on that. But but one of the main things I really do recommend as well, like I said, is really think on, if you are going to bail, and if you're able to bail, I recommend you to really think on that, right? Because I somewhat get it, like you might be cool with somebody, then they get in trouble, and then you might feel this pressure or this sense of energy, like I gotta go, like, help them or whatever, right? I somewhat get that. But energy is real. And maybe this person is trying to reach you, right? Maybe telepathically, right? Another thing that you could do too, to maybe get more of a feel of this individual, you could try to call you could either go down there to the station and call, or you can just do it through phone where you don't even have to go to the station. And that way too, you can maybe get a better feel of like what this person's energy is on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully I helped you with some type of information with that. But yeah, I'm not feeling, I'm not feeling bailing him out. Just give him guidance and support as a big brother, cause he basically has nobody in his life. Okay, cool. So if you're giving him, if you want to give him guidance, well then you could just do this. Then you could write him letters, or you could go down to the station and talk to him there if they'll let you. Or I might be wrong on this, but you might be able to just call like whatever the prison station or wherever he's at, and just call and talk to him that way. Or you could call and do calls with him when he's able to have calls or whatever, and you could send him notes as well. And you could give him some encouraging words and some inspiring, positive, high vibrational words in the letters as well. You know what I'm saying? And you could send a good positive energy towards him as well. So yeah, hopefully that helps. You feel me? Like I said, bro, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for how it's meant to happen. And I'm psychic myself, but I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. But I think maybe he's trying to really get your attention. Like you said he has really nobody in his life. So maybe he feels like you're one of the only people that he's actually close with. And maybe he's trying to have a better connection with you, right? And at least have maybe somebody to bond with while he's in a situation that he might not even want to be in, because who wants to be in jail, right? But yeah, hopefully I helped you with something, right? But look, man. Also, y'all, if you did not watch this full live and you want to watch this full live, this live, you may not even get to see all of it because like it cut off or whatever. But this live will be getting uploaded to my YouTube channel probably maybe sometime tomorrow. I got a YouTube video dropping later tonight, and I love y'all, man. Excuse me, and it's so much more to love, always deeply. I'm gonna read this last comment actually before I hop off. Yep, that's what I did. I wrote him letters, and it's on the way. He's in Chicago. I'm in Detroit. W, man. W. Shout out you. Shout out you, Law, once again for being up in here. You was the person who was in here the most. Shout out everybody who joined the live today, rather if you stayed for a good amount of time, or rather if you didn't. I take that back. Time isn't even real anyway. Appreciate everybody joining, and peace to all.